Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is The Average Uploader and I'm here today bringing you another Photoshop tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at brushes and the brush tool. So, I made a new layer and called it the brush layer just so I could test this out against the white background. You'll see down here that the colour I'm going to be using from the bat is black. And here is where the brush tool is located. See there, brush tool, just B. Pressing B is the shortcut for the brush tool. Now, basically, the brush tool performs just like how you'd expect. You know, everybody's used Microsoft Paint, this is generally the same. You just click and drag and it draws. And that drew a line. Some really good useful keyboard shortcuts I've mentioned before are Control-Alt-Z to undo and Control-Shift-Z to redo. So yeah, that's basically how you draw stuff. So let's just say I wanted to draw a smiley face. Now obviously drawing with the mouse is quite hard, but gonna draw a man here. And so yeah, that's basically how you draw. If you go up to the arrow here, you'll see you'll get the brush menu, or you can right click on the canvas, but not off the canvas, just on the canvas. And you'll see there, it comes with, or Photoshop in general comes with lots of presets, so you can choose different brushes to match your style. Here you'll see that has a more paintbrush type effect. You'll see this one's a lot more hard. If I zoom in here, you'll see that on its way in it makes those kind of streaky effects, and it tells you what your pressure is on the brush. All very kind of complicated, but it's the kind of complicated that you understand very easily just from looking and watching, you know, so, and trying it out especially. So it's not too hard, I just choose this one, and basically it's just about what you want to use, you know. Now, let's just assume that I've chosen the default one, the one that is just a circle, and there you go, you've got two sliders. You can change the size of the brush to be very large, like that, or you can change the hardness of the brush, which basically makes it look like this. It makes it kind of have that blurred effect on the outline, so it's not entirely full. In fact, if I do this, you'll see there, it's more kind of blurry, which is kind of nice. It's very useful once in a while. So I'll just give this guy some hair. There you go, that's brilliant drawing skills. Give him some eyes there. And yeah, that's basically the brush tool. If you want to change the color, you go bottom left to the color selection tool, and I don't know, let's give him some gingery hair, browny hair, I suppose. And there you go. It's now a girl. But yeah, that's how you use the brush tool. Another useful tip is if you press X and look at the color, you can actually swap between. This is quite useful if you, I don't know, if you're doing your sloppy work and you wanted to if you want to do erase, but you didn't want to actually use the eraser tool. However, if you look at the thumbnail here, it does actually leave the white background. So when you draw with a white brush, you're not rubbing out, you're drawing with a white brush. So if I remove this background here and delete it, you'll see that all of this white brush is still there. So just something to keep in mind, you know, if you're always going to be working on a white background, then it's acceptable, I suppose, but you better off just using the eraser tool, which is what I'm going to look at next. Pressing E, or just clicking on the eraser tool, opens up the eraser tool, and now that you know about brushes and the size and the hardness, this functions exactly the same, except it removes pixels. So hardness all the way up, and there you go, just like that. Or if you wanted to delete it in a kind of weird fade motion. There, look, it looks like he's or she's got light shining on her. You know, you could use this for lots and lots of things, but that's how you use the eraser tool, just exactly identical to the brush tool, but it removes the pixels as opposed to actually drawing them. Okay, lastly, what I'm going to look at is the crop tool. I'm just going to click on the crop tool, and you'll see you get a cool crop-like little cursor. What you have to do is draw the area in which you want to crop the canvas by, and you'll see there it comes up. So it's not final. Once you've drew it, you can then adapt it and edit it. Once again, holding shift actually keeps everything locked, keeps the aspect ratio locked, so you can have a perfect square. So I'm just going to move this just over my face, and then if I click enter, you'll see that it crops the canvas by that. So yeah, useful tool. You got the brush tool, you got the eraser tool, and you got the crop tool, which you can now use very well. And that's my lovely picture. Okay, next time I'm going to go over the fill tool and the blur, sharpen and smudge tool. See you next time, guys.